The meeting was unusually packed with firefighters and police officers.
I don't know why that was. You'd need to ask the police chief and the fire chief.
We did ask. Bossier City spokesman Mark Natale says if the council failed to annex the land and Walmart closed their Airline Drive location, the sales tax revenue loss would be so much that 30 firefighters and police officers may lose their jobs.
Was it mandatory?
It was not mandatory. No, it was not.
Through a public records request, we discovered while attendance was only encouraged for the rank and file, for fire administration it was mandatory. Natale later said attendance was required for admin to be knowledgeable about the issue.
It's not a scare tactic, it's reality.
But how factual is the possible job loss claim? We requested the city's financial records and also any memos sent internally about the issue. We found in a memo to the police department, the police chief said the department could lose up to 12 positions. We asked Natale to clarify.
I told you 30 that day, thinking it was going to be about 30. So
what's the estimate today?
About 2 dozen.
Natale says 12 employees from each department could be affected. The city's general fund shows $21.6 million in the sales tax fund. Natale would not give us specific sales tax numbers Walmart generates, but did reveal the cost of funding for each position that could be cut is about $50,000 each, which adds up to $1.2 million in losses if Walmart closes.
It comes down to salaries being, the big money spender, so to speak, and so that's where the cuts have to come.
With information given, I brought the city's budget to financial experts for a second opinion.
There would actually be some offset in those numbers in the event that Walmart did shut down. We do have some growth with some other businesses that can help supplement this income.
Evans Financial Group advises individuals and small businesses. They typically recommend cutting non-necessary budget items before advising cutting jobs.
If there is a little bit, then they need to go back and see if they can get a cheaper textbook or a little bit different grade of flooring if it'll save some jobs.
I also sent the city's financial information to an accountant who didn't want to be named but was willing to analyze the information. He estimates if Bossier City lost $1.2 million in revenue, it's unlikely the entire amount would be cut from salaries. He concluded because salaries make up half of police and fire budgets, it is likely that at least 50% of cuts would have to come from salaries, maybe a little bit more because of fixed costs. That translates into roughly a dozen jobs cut if the worst case scenario happens. But a Walmart spokesman says worrying about it is irrelevant because they don't plan to close the store.
Any talk of a store closure is simply not true.
So why bring up the job loss scenario? Natale says the store closure is a risk they don't want to take. That's why the city wants to annex in a possible new Walmart. Why rile these people up, the public safety workers, about this potential job loss when it seems like because the council annexed the land with no problem before already, historically speaking, they're probably going to do that again. So why bring this whole thing?
Yeah, I think there was possibly some word that there's some council members that were reconsidering it.
It troubles me that would be a political argument because it's purely political.
Howard Davis is a North Bossier resident and the principal of a school just a few hundred feet